Hey guys, so now we've got the whole rack assembled. This is in fact the whole drum rack. And now we're going to start putting the cymbals on. So get your 12-inch DM pad hi-hat cymbal out of the box. It should look like this. And it's got some nice texture to it. Good quality rubber and all that. It's got this little choke strip under here. You can't really feel it at all, but this is where it chokes. It's just the same as the rubber. And nice plastic. So yeah, it's gonna look like this. And you're gonna need to go to your leftmost cymbal arm and take off the foam. Where'd it go? This thing right here. So I already took it off, and it's gonna look just like this. You're gonna take this thing off. So it was on here. Just take that off, screw it off, and now I'm gonna put the cymbal on. What you need to notice is under here there is this slit right here, and on here you've got this little part that hangs out. So what you're gonna do is get this to go on there. So slide this on, try to get it through, and here, now feel under there, see where it is, and once you've got it, it should be good. It should hang quite well. It should be like this, so it can hang and move properly. So now you're just going to take this, screw that back on. Get it on there. You don't have to get it on there too tight, but the tighter you screw it on, the less it's going to bounce. So you're probably going to want to loosen this up. So now it's real bouncy. And make sure this, now you're going to have to screw this in. Looks like it's meant to be done with an Allen wrench. I don't believe you can use the drum key. No, you can't use the drum key to do that, obviously. But you're going to need to get an Allen wrench and just screw this in right here. So now we're going to do the same thing with the cymbal. We're going to take the DM pad 14-inch cymbal, and looks like this, and we're gonna put it right here. So what we're gonna do is unscrew this, make sure this is aligned with that right there. So just slide this on. Try to find that. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, so now I've got this on, and we can just turn this like that and screw this back on. So we're gonna rotate this a little just so this will work a little bit better, I think, and we'll adjust that later too. Now you've got both of these cymbals on, and now let's do the last one, which is the biggest one, DM pad 16-inch cymbal. So this one's huge. And again, same exact thing. We're just gonna take this. There it is. Now take the huge cymbal and make sure this little tab again is aligned. So let's just try to get that on there. So let's just screw this back on right here. So let's just move this a little bit. Alright. So that should be better. It'll be more straight now. Perfect. Tighten that up. And here we go. We've got all the cymbals on, as you can see, and you can adjust this, make it a little bit looser, a little more. That's good. This one too. Do the same thing. Just loosen it up a little bit. Perfect. And you can adjust all of this, which I'll do a little bit later. And then you're going to want to tighten these screws right here with an Allen wrench. Once you're done adjusting, you're going to tighten these up. It's the same on every cymbal. You've got one in there. So yeah, should be all good. Let's move on to the next step. And one little thing I forgot to mention is that with your cymbals, these right here, you're actually going to want to do something like this, where this pole actually goes through here, instead of being just like this, as I had it before. So, how you're going to do this, I've already done on that one, is just unscrew this. I don't think you have to do this, but it's probably a good idea not to damage the cymbal as it's swinging. So all you're going to do is unscrew this enough for you to take the whole thing out. So now you've got it on your cymbal on this, and just turn it like that. So now you can slide this right back in, and alright, now you should be able to tighten it back up. Get it really tight because you don't want that to be slipping at all. That would be good. This cymbal weighs a lot, so yeah, there it is. Now you've got your cymbals. They're actually angled slightly differently. If you really want to, you could probably change it up a little bit. If you want to, you could actually keep that in here and it would be a little bit differently angled, but this is really how it's supposed to be. It swings a lot more naturally. You see, if you do this, it'll just go right back to its place. It's a lot better. That's really how it's meant to be. So just do that and you should be all good. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is put these things to mount our drums on. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to have these things facing downwards, so the hole is down here. Should be the same for that one, and this one, and that one right there. Actually, yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I will. So, you're going to take one of these, there are 4 of them, and you're just going to first loosen this again. No, not that. You're going to loosen this again, and just slide this through. So now you're going to tighten this again and make sure that's good. This can be tightened a lot because you're not going to need to move this much, so tighten it as much as you want, as long as you can get it out at some point. Alright, so then do that one, and then the next 2. Next one. Alright. That should be in right there. Make sure this is the same width like that. And alright. That should be good. And finally, the last one. Alright, now that you've got all of these secured, we can move on to getting the drums and mounting them. So this one right here, this box, is the 12-inch drum pads. So this is going to be your snare and your third tom. So let's get these out right here. They're wrapped very nicely. Cannot wait to see them. I haven't seen any of them yet. And here's the first one right here. Just take this wrap off. If there's any point to do that. Just get this off. And wow, now that looks nice. So here it is. This is the real pad. Feels pretty nice. Got some pretty good rebound. I can show you later what that's like while I'm reviewing it, but I don't have my sticks with me right now, so yeah. And here's this rim. It's dual zone, I believe. At least one of them is. Yes, this is the dual zone pad. So this is going to be your snare. And the other one, I'm guessing, says single zone. So you know it's tom. Or maybe they're both dual zone. Let's find out. No, they're actually both dual zone. Which means... wow. So yeah, both of your drum pads are going to be dual zone. Your tom and your snare. It's pretty good. Looks awesome. So, dual zone pad. And the other dual zone pad. Alright, so let's use this one as the snare. Yes, I like the other one better. I mean, let's use this as the tom. This one is the snare. So, here's what we're going to do. Right here is where you're going to mount it. So this is really simple. All you're going to do, take the pad and just unscrew this little, make it looser. Just like everything else. And we're going to slide this on, if we can. Here, slide that on. And you don't have to put it all the way down, but let's just put it like this. I think that should be good. And now you've got your snare mounted, so we can mess with that. Move it around a little. Sorry now. Alright, so that's your snare right there. Now let's go on to the next one. So this is going to be one of the... oh, actually we're going to do a third tom first. So, let's take this right here. Here's your tom. Looks real nice. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Gonna unscrew this, so it'll go through, and I'm gonna try to get that on here. You can just put it up to like there. It doesn't really matter that much, I guess, where that is, but you'll be able to move it. You'll be able to move everything. Make sure it's really secure. You don't want it to be moving again. Alright. Seems good. Now, the next thing you're going to do is we're going to get those. So, let's throw this box to the side. Right here is the 8. Yep, upside down. That's the 8-inch, 10-inch drum pads. So we're just gonna open this box up. I already opened it the wrong way, so too bad. But here is the 8-inch. Pretty small. Just unbox that right there. And looking nice. This is also dual zone, which is great. So you're gonna be able to do a ton of sounds on this stuff. If you've got all these dual zone pads, you got this zone and rim, that's gonna be amazing. So just look at that. Now we're gonna set that down for a second and take a look at the other one. Alright, so this is the 10-inch dual zone pad, which is great. So that's inside. I've got your dual zone pad right here, right there, looking awesome. So let's get this one on first. Alright, now we're gonna put this right on here actually. So it's the same exact thing. You're just gonna do that. Get right on there, and now tighten it back up. Good. Now let's take the 8-inch right here, and we're just gonna do that exact same thing. Real easy. Let's do this. Slide that on. First unscrew it, and then slide it on. Get it to whatever height you'd like. Great, so now we've got all of our drum pads set up. Not in good places necessarily, but I'll definitely reorganize those later. But yeah, you've got your 12-inch dual zone snare, 8-inch dual zone tom, 10-inch dual zone tom, and 12-inch dual zone tom. So that's what we've got so far. Let's move on. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is